Howdy folks, back with another series of videos here. Got about 20 packages here I received over about a year's time from RobFindsTreasure on YouTube, from live half-dollar hunts, auctions. He does videos of coin hunts, box hunts, and informational videos. Anyway, like I say, we'll do this in about a 3-part series here, so the videos aren't so long. And we'll set a bunch of these off to the side. We'll open up some, and we'll start with part 1 here. Okay, got the first package laid out here. It was a priority mail package, and actually it was a stream back in July of last year from a live stream. It was actually my birthday stream, and I had purchased a box, and 20 rolls are donated for, and actually I had a pretty good stream. My box must have had several Benjis in it and some 40s. But anyway, got a number of coins here. We got a 1965 Kennedy, 2 1966s, 3 1967s, 4 1968 Denvers, a 1969 Denver, and I'd say he must have thrown this 1980 Denver in because it is really nice. It'll probably be one that'll end up in my album. And then these are both look like pocket coins. Actually, this one is worn more than this one. This is a 1971 Denver, and this one is actually a proof coin. It's a 1973 San Francisco Mint, and it's obviously worn pretty good at the rim. Then on to the Benjis. We got 2 1954 Denvers, a 1959 Philadelphia, 1 1963 Philly, and a 1963 Denver. Actually, I guess that's 63, and anyway. But anyway, on to the Walkers. You got a 1936 Philly. It's definitely polished and then mangled. I don't know what somebody did to this thing, but it is got 2 great big marks through it, or big design through it. Destroyed that coin. And then we got 1 1941 San Francisco, a 1942 Philadelphia, 2 1944 Philadelphias, a 1944 Denver, 1945 Philadelphia, 2 1945 Denvers, and a 1946 Philadelphia. Quarters, Washington quarters. Got a 1957 Denver, a 1959 Denver, a 1960 Philadelphia, 2 1964 Philadelphias, and 3 1964 Denvers. Merc Dimes. Got a 1941 Philadelphia, got 3 1943 Philadelphias, a 1943 Denver, and a 1944 Philadelphia. And then I'm not for sure exactly. He usually did for birthdays, would give you something a little better. I'd say as part of my donation, I actually hit the bonus coins, and I don't know if he was giving away a single barber, and then this was part of what he gave me for my birthday, or exactly what. But anyway, this is a 1915 Philadelphia barber quarter, and this is a pretty much dateless standing Liberty quarter, and I'll put up a picture right now. Under my scope, you can see over on the right hand side of where the date should be down here. That's the first thing I noticed. You can see what looks like a 1 where the last digit would be. Well, these were only made between 1960 and 1930. So that would place that as a 1921. If you sort of look to the right of that 1, if you can see it, it sort of looks like it's a 9, but it is just damaged because that is actually too far right of where the date would be. And after kind of looking at it, it could be a 4, and more than likely it's a 4 because there was a lot more of those minted. But if that it was actually a 1921 Philadelphia standing Liberty quarter, those are worth quite a bit of money. 24 is not so much, but more or less it's dateless. You can't tell for sure if it's a 1 or 4. So it's just a dateless standing Liberty, but that's kind of cool. You can definitely see it's a 1 or a 4 there. So anyway, okay, well, we'll get these set to the side and we'll go on to the next bunch. Probably do all 4 of those packages at once. We'll just see what we got, and we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back with the second package opening of this bunch, part 1. This was 3 packages that I opened up, and we'll start with what they call a Blue Ike. This was a end of stream giveaway that he does on his live stream, and it's a 1971 S. It is the circulation strike or normal business strike coin. Of course, it gets the name Blue Ike from the packaging that it came from from the mint. It was a blue envelope, and you can see this coin isn't in the best shape. It's awfully milky, but it is 40% silver and end of stream, so it was a freebie. No complaints there. Next package was a bunch of barber dimes. It was a 32 coin lot that I purchased at auction during one of his live streams. Starter lot. Most of these coins aren't in the best of shape, but it is a start for my barber book, barber dime book, and that is about half the dimes of the barber series, barber dime series. And a number of these are lower mintage, around 5 million or less. I'll kind of point them out as I go through them. I don't know if they're considered key dates or semi-key dates, but they are lower mintage, kind of hard to get. We'll go through these. We got an 1892 Philly, 1897 Philly, an 1898 filly, an 1899 filly, a 1900 filly, a 1901 filly, and a New Orleans. That New Orleans is lower mintage. A 1902 Philadelphia, 1903 Philly, and a 1903 New Orleans, again lower mintage. 1904 Philly, 1905 Philly, 1905 San Francisco Mint, lower mintage. 1906 Philly, 1907 Philly, New Orleans, San Francisco, both of them are lower mint. A 1908 Philly, a 1908 Denver, 1909 Philly, 1910 Philly, 1910 Denver, a little lower mint. 1911 Philly, Denver, and San Francisco. San Francisco, a little lower mintage. 1912 Philly, 1912 Denver, 1913 Philly, 1914 Philly, 1914 Denver, 14 Philly, Denver, 1915 Philly, a little lower mintage. 1916 Philadelphia. Of course, that got the first year and the last year, 1892 to 1916, they were minted. Anyway, that will be a good start for my barber book. I'll probably do a video when I put those and some of the other coins that I've gotten over the last few years into the book. And then, last but not least, got an 1880 Carson City. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll put up a couple pictures right here. And it's kind of it's well worn, but it is an 1880 8/7 1878 reverse, so it's a second reverse, and I'll put those in the pictures that you saw. You can see that the arrow is the type 2 reverse. It is parallel, the feathers, and since it's 8/7, it is a VAM7 coin, which is a hitless 40 VAM. And I'll put pictures, close-up pictures on the scope up right now with some arrows marking at the key points to show that it is the VAM7. And a couple things on the VAM7 that you can notice in the pictures. It's what they call a dash, which is the bottom of the 7 in the repunch mint mark below the second 8. They're really tough to see on this coin, but there is a little piece on the top of the 8 where the serif of the top of the 7 was located. There is just a little bit of, although you can't see it, part of the 9. This was an 1880/79, but you can't see the 9 except for just a slight bulge on about the 10 o'clock position of the 0. And then another thing that points it out is if you can look on this one, there is a little bit of doubling on the bottom hoop of the first 8. And this coin is worn enough you can't really see it except for the little extra thickness where the 2 hoops of the 8 meet together. But anyway, this is a VAM 7. It is pretty worn, but it is a Carson City. And I'm tempted. I don't know if this would be considered cleaned or not. It may be, yeah. I would sort of say it is, but just having the VAM 7 designation and putting it in a slab, it might be worth sending it in to have it graded. I just haven't quite decided yet. We'll make a decision on that a little bit later. But anyway, that's done with this bunch. I got one more package to open. We'll be back in just a bit with it. I'll put these off to the side and we'll be back. Okay, we're back with the last package I received in this part 1 video from RobFindsTreasure. These were part of a purchase off his website. He had some lots of 50 Roosevelt dimes that he put up for sale. I purchased 2 rolls, so I got 100 Roosevelt dimes here. We won't go through the numbers for each, but we'll just kind of quickly go through the dates. We got 46 P&D, 47D, a 50S, 51 P&D, 53 P&D, 54 Denver, 56 Philly, 57 P&D, 59 P&D, a 60 P&D, 61 P&D, 62 Denver, 63 P&D, and of course the highest minted coins, silver coins ever minted, the P&D 64s. Over 1 billion of the 64s were minted. Again, not a lot of numismatic value to these since there really isn't any key dates. Tough to get dates. But more for stacking and for starting my Roosevelt dime album. A few dates that are missing there, but of course I've got quite a few other ones I can search through to fill up that part of the album. But anyway, this was from RobFindsTreasure on YouTube. Check out his videos, live streams. In fact, there will be one tonight. I know he has done some coin hunting or other things on there too. A lot of informational videos. But come on back, check out probably part 2 and part 3 to this package opening. And we'll see you later. Thanks for watching.